Hey, good evening, Trey. This is Ryan with TrendLizard.com. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for the email. I'm going to take a look at SMH for you, the VanEck Semiconductor ETF, very popular. Absolute stud, obviously, for the last 13 years or so, but let's break it down from the beginning. Incepted back in 1998. A little up and down action. What we got out of that was a clear ABC pullback. Obviously, it's a counter trend move because it's been fully retraced. Once it recorded a low in 2008, it's been on an amazing tear, I think at about 10 or somewhere down here, up to about 320 over the course of the last, again, 13, 14 years or so. Now, when you look at this move here, to me, it seems fairly clear that at no point have we seen a pullback of a larger degree. This is a larger degree pullback. Not a lot of fun. They happen, though. And so to me, that makes it fairly clear that the advance that it's been in since 2008 is not yet over. And I think when we look at it in that view, a move that has been going on for so long, I think it's fairly clear that it's getting later in the progression of this five-wave move. 1, 2, 3, 4 puts us in a fifth wave move by my calculations from here. So let's go ahead and zoom in. Obviously, the important thing to us is when this up leg completes here, we have to be very concerned about the possibility that a major high is in because this five-wave move will be complete at that point. So let's go ahead and zoom in. We're looking to see if this looks like the five-wave move or is getting close to that. So zooming in, here's what we got off the 2008 low. Basically, a first, a second, a third, a fourth, and then the real focus is what is going on here off that 2018 low. We've already looked at this overall move. This drives in a little bit more on that fifth wave move. To me, it looks like we've had a first, a second, and then a third wave up, and possibly starting a fourth wave now. If you follow along with what we do on a day-to-day basis, you know that a lot of things are in larger fourth wave corrections, and there's some debate as to whether a larger fourth wave correction will take hold or not, and that same can apply to here. But let's go ahead and keep drilling in here and look more detailed at this fifth wave advance off the 2018 low. So here's that move. Don't love this action off of the 2019 low into the 2020 high. Pretty hard to label, but I don't see any other way to do it very appropriately. So to me, it's a first wave, probably some type of leading diagonal type situation with a second wave down in early 2020. Since then, we've had a large extended third wave advance. Has been a very nice move. Every up leg obviously counts out as a nice trendy move. Got stuck in a large fourth wave correction here. Looks like a quick fifth wave up in late 2021, and since then in a fourth wave correction. So my expectation is once we get a completed fourth wave pullback, we're going to get a fifth wave advance to new highs to give us that larger five wave move, and that'll put us in a position to be at a major high as shown, since it would look like a completed move off of the 2008 low. So let's go ahead and zoom in. Obviously, it's important to determine when this fourth wave has corrected so we know when the fifth wave has begun. So let's go ahead and zoom in on this action here. Now, there was some chopping action in late 2021 back and forth, very counter trend start. From there, it obviously turned a lot sharper to the downside in January, a little bounce down, and then trying to bounce back now before hitting some weakness this week. It's possible that this is an ABC pullback that is getting closer to being done or is done, and that the up leg off of March's low represents a resumption of the uptrend. It's not the only way to label it, but certainly that potential exists. Now, if a low is into this fourth wave correction, we know that SMH should stay above 255. If it moves below this level in any notable way, we're going to have to think that this is a counter trend move and that this entire fourth wave correction is not over. Let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit on the March action here. It does have trendy potential to the upside, but so too does the sharp decline that we're seeing here off of this week's high. So I think we need to see a little more price action to be certain one way or another. Now, if it keeps moving below 255, again, we're going to have to think a larger pullback is happening. That would look something like this, where you have that A wave down, this back and forth action is a B wave, and then a C wave down. So I think it's still yet to be determined, like it is on so many other places, whether this large fourth wave correction has completed. If it can continue up, move above about 287 or so, that's going to look bullish. But if it moves below 255, we'll have to think a larger fourth wave correction is at hand. But mostly, keep it in perspective, it looks like we're in a large 5-wave advance, currently in the 4th wave or just starting that 5th wave. We'll know more based on that near-term action, but overall, expecting higher prices. So hope that's helpful, Trey. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll talk to you again very soon. Take care.